these words, the original person who first said these words. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. I'll give you a clue. It is not Bob Marley. Welcome again, brothers and sisters, to the third part of our intro set of videos to introduce the Black Econ Network Channel, which is its main goal is to encourage Black people, Africans and Diasporans to plant and grow their own business, just like the other races do if they can. We can grow businesses in proportion to our share of the population. So we are more independent, economically independent, more independent of the other races. We don't have to depend so much on them for our bread and butter. These videos were done together for the introduction during the month of August at the rate of 1 per week, and I'm hoping that by next month I'll start getting videos from you with your participation, your videos and more of your inputs, so that I don't have to be on again for a while. I will briefly mention two things. One is, and people have seen the other two videos before, pretty much know the routine, which will change from time to time. But first thing is the quiz, like I did before. A little bit of information. Emancipation Week, first week of August, and we spoke about that, and I launched the video, wanted to launch it, me and my business partner, to celebrate emancipation of chattel slavery. But mental slavery is still a big problem. The quiz, who said these words, the original person who first said these words? Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. I'll give you a clue. It is not Bob Marley, because I thought that the person who said these words the first time was Bob Marley in his song, in his redemption song. However, recently I saw a video of Ziggy Marley. He was getting a honorary degree from Medgar Evers University. I think it's in New York. Was getting an honorary doctorate, and he was giving the commencement speech, and he said, he mentioned this very quote, and he said who is the originator, the person who first said it, and his dad, of course, put it to music or included it in one of his songs. I think our main drawback, certainly, yes, I'm going to say our main drawback is our mindset. The main drawback we have to do, starting and planting and growing more business. I think it's our mindset now. Of course, that's not the main problem. There are other problems, for example, financing and so on and so on. But the main thing, I think, is our mindset, how we think about things. more people from the other races come into black communities and start and grow successful and profitable businesses from other races. And I'm not beating up on us, but we have to face the reality, face the facts in order to change them. If they can do it, we have to figure out why we are not able to do it, why we haven't done it. We can do it too. Yes, we can. And what we need to do. Chinese Christmas in Jamaica, most of the business places, certainly in Old Harbour or near to Old Harbour, and that's not the only one. Many of the towns, during Chinese Christmas, most business places are closed. In Trinidad, when the Indian people are celebrating their holidays, same thing in Trinidad. I know these as a fact. I've been to these places, lived in these places, and we have to change that situation because we have the resources to plant more and to plant more business and to grow more businesses. The Indians, many of the Indians' operation, their little small business in Trinidad, it's same items they take from their homes and their kitchens, and they go and they put up their stalls and they make stuff. And most of the people who are selling are Indians. Most of the people who are buying are Africans. That has to change because we have to change from being mainly consumers and workers for other races to become investors and employers of ourselves in proportion to our share of the population where we are and where we live. Meaning that roughly, and I know most people understand what that means, but I keep saying it and I've never really defined. Mean that if we are 30% of the population, we should have about 30% of the businesses and so on. There are many, and lack of financing is a major problem. It's not the main problem. The main problem is how we think about things, our mindset and consumption habits. Here in the USA, and I guess, and many countries, I want to say, there are thousands of rich black people, mainly in the entertainment and in the sports fields. They're entertainers and sports people. They make millions of dollars. And the people who are in the business side of it are the other races. Yes, are the other races. And the black millionaires use most of their money to live big life consumption, and then when they stop working as either entertainers or sports people, they have to they start to struggle. I know many cases. I don't know them personally, but I know of many cases. They have to struggle on a little job that you person wonder how we, after making so many millions, that they are in that station. But if you don't invest, if it's mostly consumption and little investment, then that's exactly what will happen. The second point I want to make is to encourage you to subscribe to the channel and to join the network. The first 10 subscribers and the first 10 people who join, and I said this in the videos before, and I'll repeat it for people who haven't seen the other videos, are just to remind you. First 10 subscribers and the first 10 people who join the network, they will get one of the 3 items we already have on Amazon, one electronic version of these 3 items, one or the other. Um, and oh, if you subscribe and you don't make it public, I am not able to see who you are. And YouTube knows who you are. And I think if you allow for notification, they will notify you about the 2 previous videos that we made, and future videos. But if you subscribe and you do not make it public, I cannot see it, and I cannot contact you to send you any of these items. I am going to invite some special guests from time to time. This will include people who have owned successful businesses, small, medium, or big business, including and retired people also. They have the experience which they can share with others. The other group of people that I have in mind to invite are some people already on YouTube or other platforms. So they are important in helping to spread the word, in a sense being crusaders to help us to plant and grow businesses in Black majority, especially in Black majority communities, or wherever we live, to establish business just like the other races do. Small businesses, they come into the communities, into our communities, and they establish businesses. And if they can do it, we can do it also. We need to find out why they are able to do it and what we need to do in order to do the same thing to our own benefit. These YouTubers who I want to invite include Brother Woody Meyer from Ghana, and he's planning to come to the Caribbean, I think in September, and I remember recently watching a video that he made about the Chinese in Zambia. I think it was very passionate video he made about the Chinese in Ghana. And of course, I saw an interview that he did recently, very revealing, including the question of the difference in approach and outlook to business of African people, majority of African people, compared to, I'm going to say, the majority of Chinese people. Very important difference that he mentioned.
Okay. It was.
You had to borrow money.
I had to borrow because I wanted to go because I've already done the research and I know that Africa is the place. But I didn't have that amount of money. I asked my friends, they were like, okay, we can't support you. We don't support trips like this. So I spoke to my Chinese friend, and then he used his credit card to get me a ticket in 5 countries. And when I go to Ghana, no one was watching. I'm like, you know what, straight to Ethiopia. Then Rwanda, I sat in the gutter and everything changed. And I told my friend that, hey, you know what, we're paying the loan.
Tell me our approach to business, the African and the Chinese.
Africans always want to see you successful before they get close to you. But a Chinese person sees the future and he wants to invest in you. And that's our problem. My friends never supported me. They were like, yo, we don't support trips like this.
Cooling on a couch, watching TV. So I'm feeling nothing but lazy. Feeling to somebody, nothing else to do but is walk to the board and drop something brand new. Living on the dice, throwing shit down. pull the plug now, cause I found out you liking it. Don't you want it back? Don't you want it back? Don't you want it?
Other person that I have in mind is sister, the traveling sister who lives in Kenya, sorry, in Tanzania. She's an American African who moved and has been living in Tanzania, and she did a particularly useful interview, I think, with a Jamaican brother. I don't remember his name right now. Very useful for anyone who is thinking about going to Africa, whether to visit or to live. Of course, I'm not in favor of. I'm a Pan-Africanist, but not in favor of mass repatriation. I'm in favor of reparation, but not mass repatriation. But of course, a person who wants to go, or people who want to go, there are many opportunities there. And just like the other races, especially the Chinese now, the other races have been there, and for decades they have been going. But the Chinese are the main ones now who are going there because of the opportunities that are there. So we can go and make use of the opportunities. If they can do it, why can't we? And sister Shan Zen Zen is another person who is showing off the Jamaican small farmers and other small business people, and is doing I think a very, very good job. Education is the greatest weapon against poverty. Education and information. I'm repeating this. My good friend, better to me than pocket money. He keeps saying this and reminding me about this. And the last person I want to mention, just as an example, is Ace Live. This is a black brother who he travels mainly to visits and shows us black communities, in black Latino communities in Central America and South America. So I just want to mention those people. But of course, from time to time, I'm going to invite special guests and people who we need to help each other, work with each other, and one hand washes the other. And over time, that's how we'll grow and be able to move from the bottom of the economic pyramid where we are, both as individuals and as a people over time, this generation and the next generation, and for the future. We have to think long term, like the other races do, and not just this immediate thing about consuming now and being our main objective: make money as workers, and we consume it, spend it, instead of doing more investment. Need to invest more and consume less. And as we know, the investment will be able to give you consumption later, but consumption now will not give you investment, cannot give you investment later. Okay. Okay. So, just the answer to the quiz that I asked earlier is that it is Marcus Garvey who is the person first who said we are to emancipate ourselves from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our mind. And of course, Bob Marley made the song, included in his song, in Redemption Song. included those words in Redemption Song. Very important words, and especially this month of August, we are celebrating, remembering emancipation from chattel slavery. If our minds are still enslaved, then in fact that's the thing. Since emancipation, that's the main thing that the other race, that mainly Caucasians, white people, have been using to hold us in the same position in relation to them on the economic pyramid. I don't call it a ladder, I call it a pyramid. We're at the bottom of the pyramid, and for us to move up, we have to free our minds. And that's part of the main purpose. I'm hoping that this network will help us to free our minds. So thank you for watching. Hope is our greatest emotion, even stronger than fear. Keep your hope. Hope's alive, as Reverend Jackson would say. And I hope to see you soon in the next video. Bye-bye.